Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Very warm welcome to all of you this Monday morning. Happy to see you here. Hope you guys had a fantastic week and you're ready for another amazing one. And this morning, our webinar is called Do You Have the Y Factor? Okay, so as usual, on the right-hand box, you have a chat box there. So you can type in your questions and hit enter, and I'll try and answer those questions. They can be anything to do with this webinar or anything else to do with the business. And if you need any help or whatever, just if you have any challenges, you can type them in there, and we'll try to answer. But today's topic is, do you have the Y factor? Now, what do I mean by the Y factor? Well, there's really four types of people in this world. And the first group of people is the people that we call why me people. And these people are basically seeing everybody else and everything else as responsible for the problems in their life. So they never are at fault. They never take any responsibility. They just always say, why me? Why is it, that I'm so unfortunate? Why do things go wrong for me? Etc., etc., etc. So these people, they always seem to have the, drawn the short straw in life, etc. And instead of looking for positives of the world, they focus only on the negative stuff. Okay, so these are the why me. Then the second group of people is why not me people who are inactive. So what I mean by that, these people have the skills and the abilities and the ambition to become successful in life, and they are asking the right question, why not me, right? Because they, why not them? They're good enough, they're strong enough, etc. Unfortunately, they don't take the action. So even though they're asking the right question, they still don't take the action, and of course they can't succeed if they don't take the action. Then the third group of people is why not me people who are active. So these people ask the right question. They say, well, why not me? Why can't I be successful? Why can't I have what this person has? And why can't I achieve what this person achieves? And then they do take action. And because they do take action, this is, of course, as you might have guessed, is the most successful people in the world, because they always keep asking themselves the question, why not me? Why can't I have that? Why can't I achieve that? And of course they can, and they go and they do. And then the last group of people is what we like to call the wanderers. So these are the people who have no idea. They just drifting through life, and really, they're not striving for anything. They're not trying to achieve anything or anything like that. It just basically they drift through life in this sort of blissful unawareness of what is happening around them, and they are just followers. They just go from job to job, from year to year, until they sort of reach the end of their life, etc. And they just wonder, why haven't things happened for them, etc. But they don't even take any action either, right? So obviously today I want to talk about the why not me active people, about the people who actually are achievers, are succeeding, are getting results, etc. So what sort of things do these people do? So I'm going to go through 10 things that Y factor people go through, and or do. And if you're not doing some of those, you might want to start applying them in your life, because this is what successful people who have the Y factor actually do in their life, right? Okay, so the first one is set clear, specific goals. So, those who have been listening to my trainings, that I always talk about goals, how important it is to have them, and constantly thinking about them, right? So, you have to set your goals, and you have to keep thinking about them, keep thinking how you can achieve them, how else you can improve on them, etc. You don't just write them once at the beginning of the year and then you look again at them in December. You're actually constantly thinking every single day, how can I move closer towards my goal? What else can I do today to get me the results that will get me closer to my goal? So set clear, specific goals. So clear is that even a small child would understand it, and specific, if it's money, how much of it do you want to have? If it's a car, what sort of car? If you want to buy a house, what sort of house? So it has to be specific, because the more specific it is, the more vivid it is in your mind, and the more chance it is that you're going to work toward it. Number two is believe in yourself. Now, There are a lot of people who are, they have big dreams. They want to achieve things, they want to have things, but the problem is they don't believe they can do it. And if you don't believe you can do it, guess what? You're not going to do it. Somewhere inside your brain, you're going to sabotage yourself, and you're not going to go for it. You're not going to do it 100%, because somewhere deep down you're going, but it's not going to happen for me. I don't believe I can do it. So number two is believe in yourself. You have to really, really believe in yourself, and you have to keep telling yourself, I can do it. Why not me, right? Why not me? It's really, that's the type of mentality you want to have. Number three, establish your quitability point. So you need to establish your quitability point. What sort of length are you prepared to go? How much effort are you prepared to put into this thing? How much time are you prepared to put into this thing? How many hours are you prepared to put into this thing to achieve this goal, etc.? Because if you don't set it up front, guess what? You're probably going to quit midway. So you need to set it up. How hard does it have to get before you quit? Right? That's the type of question you need to ask yourself. Think about it up front. Like going to the gym. Most people never set a goal before going into the gym, and that's why they quit too soon. If you set a goal before you go to the gym, then you will stay there longer. Okay, so set yourself a goal. What is your quitability point? Right? Have a think about it. Number four is discover which skill level is needed to obtain your goal. So what do you need to learn? What sort of skills do you need to develop, and what's sort of help do you need to get from some people, maybe, or some mentors, etc., to achieve your goal? What is it that you don't know that you need to know to get that goal? What is it that you need to be able to do that at the moment you can't do in order to be able to achieve that goal? And go for it and get that information or get those skills. Number five is develop a plan of action. So if you want to achieve any goal, you need to have some sort of plan of action. So what's your plan to achieving that? Again, what you're going to do, and we're talking daily. We're talking every single day. What is your DMO, daily method of operation? What is it you're going to do every single day to move closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to this goal? Okay? And then number six is work ethic and discipline. One thing you have to understand, that success in life or in business is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Very few people get really lucky and succeed overnight. Usually they say it takes many nights to become an overnight success. And discipline is basically doing things you need to do after the initial excitement has gone. So guess what? Everybody is excited when they first start some sort of a venture or some sort of a business or whatever. They're excited, they're passionate, they're motivated, etc. But guess what? Few weeks go by, and that initial excitement, that initial motivation, it goes down. It sort of dwindles. And discipline is basically keeping the same thing, doing the same thing, even after the motivation has gone. So being able to motivate yourself every single day to say, you know what, this is what I need to do. And this is, again, why you need the why factor. This is why you need to set big goals. Because if your goal is big enough, it's going to motivate you every day and get you out of bed. If your goal is to pay bills, very few people jump out of the bed in the morning and go, hey, I have another day to go and earn some money to pay the bills, right? That is not very motivating. That is not very exciting. So you need to think, do your goals inspire you? Do your goals make, the little hairs on your hand stand up? Do your goals make you really, 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 emotional? Because if they don't, then probably they're not strong enough. They're not good enough, and probably you don't want it bad enough. Okay? Number seven is building a timetable for your success. So like any other professional, whether it is a doctor or a dentist or accountant or a lawyer, these professionals have a timetable. They know what they're going to be doing at every time of the day. They have everything planned. Exactly the same way in business, you are no different. You are a professional. So you need to have a timetable, you need to have a diary, and you need to have a timetable every single day and know what is it I'm doing every single day. Okay? Number 8 is accepting feedback and learning from it. Don't be too cool for school. Don't be too proud to take feedback from people. The worst thing you can do is think that you know everything. If you ever get to the point where you think that you know everything, then you're in trouble, because you have this problem, where you have this disease. Your ego is too big. That means you can always learn, you can always get better. So take feedback from people, accept feedback from people. Don't be too proud to listen to other people when they're giving you feedback on what you do. Sometimes it doesn't feel comfortable, sometimes it doesn't feel nice, because you worked hard, you did, you put your effort in, etc., and somebody says, well, that wasn't good enough, or that wasn't whatever, right? And I know it hurts sometimes to hear that, but you need to listen to it and get better and improve and get better and improve, because that's progress, is the name of the game. Number 9 is accepting full responsibility for the outcome of your goals. If it's to be, it's up to me. It doesn't matter whether you fail or succeed, it is your choice, it is your responsibility. The worst thing you can do is blame other people, circumstances, economy, government, schools, whatever, for your failure. Because if you look around, there are people who are a lot less privileged than you, who have gone through worse education, who have gone through worse family lives, who have gone through worse parents, etc., and became extremely successful. So there is no excuse. I always say, if you look for excuse, you're gonna find one you like. There's always going to be excuse that will fit you right spot on. You'll go, well, because of this reason I can't succeed. But it's just an excuse. It's just a story that you keep telling yourself. You are good enough, you are strong enough, you are clever enough, you are everything enough to achieve. But if you're not going to achieve it, it's not going to be the lack of skill, it's probably going to be the lack of will. So you need to take that responsibility and say, you know what, from today, if it's to be, it's up to me. I will not try it, I will not do my best, but I will do whatever it takes to achieve the goals that I want to achieve, right? Some people blame the partner. They say, my partner is not supporting me in business. If your partner is not supporting you in business, it's because you've been crawling for too long. It's because you haven't been making any money. It's because you haven't been achieving anything, and they're looking at you and they are sorry for you to see you in this sort of rut. Start getting results. Your partners will be the most supportive in the world. They will be, doing everything for you and carrying you to the meetings and to the trainings and to the appointments once you start getting results. So get out of that and start producing. Start really going 100%. Ask yourself a question. Have I ever in my life actually went 100%? Full out, 100%, where, I can really tell to myself honestly that I did 100%. Have you ever done that? Try it. You'll see what happens. And then number 10 is fast tracking success. Listen, learn, and apply. The easiest way to succeed in any area of your life, whether it's physical fitness or it's spirituality or it's business or it's economy or it's whatever, is find somebody who already gets the results that you want to get, and then ask them to teach you everything that they know about that, and then apply it. Don't change it, don't tweak it, don't do your own personal twist on it, just apply it to the letter. It's called modeling. If I want to be the fittest person in the world, I'll find the fittest person in the world and do exactly what they do. Eat the same foods that they eat, do the same exercise routines that they do, etc., and I will get exactly the same results. If I want to be really successful in business, I want to find successful people in business who are already getting the results that I want to get, and then I want to model them. I want to copy them and speak the way they speak, dress the way they dress, do the things that they do. Work as hard as they work, because I know if I model them, I will again get the same results that they are getting. This is not lottery, guys. This is not luck. There is very little luck in business. It's all about results. It's all about activity. It's all about productivity. So never question your ability, but question your performance daily. You are good enough, but maybe you are just underperforming. You are misfiring. You are not producing the way you're supposed to be producing. So ask yourself that question every single day. Am I doing what successful people are doing? Because guess what? Successful people are willing to do things that most people won't do, so that they can have the things in their life that most people can't have, or they can do later things that most people can't do, right? So most people want the results without the pain, without the effort, without really going and doing stuff, right? They see the millionaires, and they see the successful people in life, and they see brilliant relationships, and they see all these things around them, and they want them, but they're not willing to put the effort in. They say everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. That's the challenge, isn't it? You can't go to heaven unless you're prepared to die, right? So exactly the same way in business, you can't have the results in business unless you're prepared to put the effort and the time and the hard work and the sweat and the tears and the everything, so that you can achieve the type of results that most people will never achieve in their life. And don't be influenced by outside people and outside forces. People will laugh at you, people will ridicule you sometimes, people are not going to believe you, etc. The most important thing is that you believe you. If you believe you can do it. If you don't believe you can do it, then you can't do it. Because whatever you believe is what going to determine. So don't listen to other people. Especially don't listen to people who are not qualified to teach you. So if you are you in a new town and you're driving your car, and you stop the first person, you ask them for directions, and they give you the wrong directions, it's not that person's fault. It's your fault because you didn't qualify that person, because maybe that person is not local in that town. The first question you should have asked is, are you local? Are you from around here? And if they go, yes, I am, then you can ask them, do you know where this place is? And then you've qualified that person. Same way in business. Never take advice from people who are not qualified to advise you. Most of the time, people who are going to be telling you that this is not going to work, this is not going to work out, and you're not going to get the results, and you're not going to succeed, are the people who have never done business in their life, who have never succeeded in any venture in their life. They've been in the same job for the last 15 years, and they're advising you on business. If you want business advice, then go and speak to a business person. They will be able to advise you, right? And their advice you can listen to, but not people who are not qualified in that. You wouldn't take a fitness advice from somebody who's extremely overweight and eats in McDonald's 5 times a day. You wouldn't ask that person to advise you on fitness and nutrition, would you? So exactly the same way, don't ask broke people to advise you on how to be successful in business. Okay? Find people who are successful. Awesome, guys. I hope you found this useful. Have a fantastic day and have a fantastic week. And as usual, I'll see you at the top. Now, if you're watching this as a recording on YouTube, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow my blog at titaniumsuccess.co.uk and find other trainings similar to this over there too. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you at the top.